Hello everybody, this is Aaron Dominion, and I wanted to give a current modding status update because I haven't been that active in the modding scene for a while. So, let's see what I've worked on recently. I haven't released a video trailer for it, but I gave a survival edition version of Skyrim Pizza based off of the Creation Club's survival mode. Since I had it, I thought that would benefit people that also had it. It's optional, of course, and the original downloads are out there for the original release. You can find the Survival Edition on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. The other thing I've done for regular Skyrim is Clara Goldspirit's a custom voiced follower for a modding group I'm in, and it's been a fun project to work on, to handle weather change scripts, horse mounting logics, stuff like that. It's been fun, and hopefully it's helped for this person's first time modding experience. So where does that leave me? Current project priorities. Pneuma Manor is one of my regular Skyrim projects. It's a soul cairn house, and I've been working on an update off and on for 4 or 5 years now. It's got numerous new quests. There's whole new areas in it. The existing areas have been revamped. I have object placements so you can put baskets in corners, instruments in places, potions on shelves, soul gems even. There's a lot there, and it's taken me a while. I've been having to reverse engineer some of Bethesda scripts and several other things in order to get that. Immediately after I finish that update, I'm going to do a special edition port for both Xbox One and PC. The turnaround for that's going to be pretty quick because once I get the regular edition finished, almost all the assets will be able to go over fairly easy to special edition. So before I started getting back on the Pneuma Manor train, I started the process of getting Skyrim bookstores over to special edition. That's going to be my last entry into the PlayStation 4 scene because of how limited it is. There will also be Xbox One and PC versions. Those are going to be a little bit more involved. Some scripts and stuff. I'm adding a lot of content for the special edition port. And then the next focus after that is going to be on the social conscience series that I started last year. The first one was the Solitude Scholar that I used to give a speech on diversity tolerance. My goal was to frame that into the Skyrim set, and I definitely got varied reaction, good and bad, just mix. It comes with the territory. But my next one is going to be of a different vein. We've seen some of the science denial stuff emerging globally. So picture that as magic, because fantasy magic is the science. We're going to have a Khajiit mage amongst a bunch of people who are fearful of magicka. I haven't done much except on development yet. I was in the process of that, and then I got really busy with work. But that is going to happen. I'm not sure when yet. And then what does the future hold? So I'm planning to have more of the scripting series come out, and that's probably going to be dispersed a little bit after Pneuma Manor's complete. There's so much work that has to happen in Pneuma Manor, I have to put off everything right now and focus on that entirely because I'm quite busy, I have limited time. Then the Social Conscience series, I plan to do a lot of entries, and I'm going to do more than just the two. And then, if time permits and if I find solutions to some of the problems that the original edition had, Dominion's adoption expansion, that was widely popular despite how adult-like some of the children looked and some of the other flaws of the mod. And I don't want to release a special edition version without addressing those issues. So, a few cool things that have happened recently. So, that special edition mod that I released for Skyrim Pizza, it actually got sponsored, or an article in PC Gamer. It's the first time I've ever had something from mine enter into a piece of gaming journalism. I thought that was pretty cool. Thank you, PC Gamer. And then, Clara Goldspirit's 1.2 released recently. A lot of the fixes here I definitely had input in, and I helped out to make sure she could release it on time. So that's the state of things right now. As a part of this video, I just want to show off Pneuma Manor a little bit, just so everybody can see some of the cool things that are in the horizon. Alright, so let's go to the house itself. Because of time, I just want to have us go to the main house. It would help if I said home instead of house, since that's how I labeled it. Alright. So, we are here. Forgive my testing barrels and stuff. We're here in the main house. You can see there's been some additional items that have been added here and there in the house. It's few items here and there. We still have the At Ease quest that starts off. Over here, you have a place for instruments that can be used. You have baskets that can be placed. Let's get some of the test items out. We got room for all that. Okay. So let's look at the bowls. I have plates. Let's just put 6 of them on the shelf. Notice what they look like on the shelf. It's pretty cool. Let's go over here. I have a place for soul gems. That's my little help dialogue for the soul gems. So let's go into MISC. Let's look. We have grand. Let's put 2 there. Well, let's put a little bit more. So you can have 4 grand soul gems on that shelf. It's pretty neat. We have a spot for potions here. That's also pretty cool. Oh yeah, I stole, so forgive that. We're going to go to the bottom level, though. Hopefully we can lose. I don't think I added much here. Let's use the brick. So I've done a little bit of changes to this intro scene. You have just a light here. And momentarily we should have the Donoric Guerd here. I haven't fixed that yet, so forgive his waving his arms around. Let's just use the Stormcloak dialogue. So, Pneuma Manor's background is an alternate universe, which is partly why it's taking so long to release this. In this alternate universe, you have Daedra as the gods. The Nine Divines are not the ones in power in that universe. And there's other things that I have to flesh out, both through dialogue and through various lore books that will be around. This area you won't be able to get to until you have completed the There Are More, based off of Vienne's book, in one of the quests within the original release of the mod. Let's skip the sequence. So you might have noticed that the lights suddenly came on. I am using a light switch system. I just put us into the dark. Let's keep on going. And I use different lights in different areas. And this is the major thing I've been working on here. We've got that. We've got numerous banners all over the place. Ground floor here is your research area. You have some herbs that are here, there, everywhere. You have alchemy journals. And there will be quest-related items hidden amongst all of this. I haven't fixed some of the placement issues, that's why some of the stuff is in weird spots. You will have new spells that you can acquire throughout here. And these are for quest mechanic. I haven't fully implemented yet. This right here I won't be able to show because I don't have... Actually I can. Okay. So it's a summoning portal. You select your option, and then you're able to soul trap them or whatever you need to do to test out your items. And there would be something there if we did the quest. I have a craft lockpicks that's in here. Well, let's go up the stairs and see the upstairs portion. Okay. So here we have the library that's being added, / the main living area. And here is probably one of the cooler parts that you will be able to do, depending on what you get for items. So let's just place all of those there. We have a section for cups. Let's do 6. Okay. So, serving plates. I think there's only 2 that you can put in here. Let's see. Yep. And this will be a little bit difficult because I'm not using a mouse and keyboard right this moment. I'm using controllers, so that way I can do this in an acoustically appropriate spot. Alright, there's forks. Let's go over here. It's somewhere on the table, because definitely can go with knives and such as well. I think it's on... There we go. There's one for knives. And again, this stuff's not finalized yet. It's just where I'm at with it. Let's find a spoon. You get the idea, though. You can place books on the table. What do I have on me to even try to put? and just places them on the table like that. You have stuff here. I'm not sure if this will be actually finalized for those items there, so ignore that for the moment. We have a spot for food. Yeah, venison. And you can store food underneath. You can put some liquor up on the shelves. It gives you a lot of customization on your house space. You have another little area back here, all the books that you can encounter in the base game. And currently Dawn Guard, I do plan to open this up to the other expansions once I finish. Then you have a nice little retreated area back here. Let me get another item, because this shelf has a lot of the alternate universe stuff on it. I'm going to be making another shelf probably back in this area or so for some of the new material I'm making. So we have some beginner's books. And this is one of the authors I've just created. You just go through the alphabet and it shows the equivalents, and then I have the equivalent sentences here. I did this for each of them in their own languages. But I want to show you that one because that one would be important for something in the future. I'm not wanting to say what. Let's go look at the other cool spot in the mod. Alright. So, this is one of the areas you will be going through. It won't... I mean, most of this look is finalized that we have. Let's go... Basically, you'd be descending down there, and you would see this right off the bat. Just like with the house section that you saw earlier, you'll have various areas where you can display your items. There will be a lot of the same stuff. I've actually added graves mechanics in here. So, VN from the base mod, you pray and you are granted a boon. So let's look at our active effects. It should be somewhere in here. And we have a Fortify Alchemy and Fortify Restoration. Each of them have their own abilities, depending on which one you're using. This is not the final character here, but this is... The name for this character is Final. Vigilant, I'm voicing myself. There's one other character I will be voicing as well. They're pretty dark characters. I'm using a voice I haven't used before. It's a neat experience. So this is a bookshelf. I haven't added any functionality or anything like that yet, and I think I'm going to just put books that Edwin's character has written. And then back here, notice there's lots and lots of bookshelves. Yeah, those are going to be filled with some Necromancer books. Some of them are just going to be filler, like, oh, here's the source data items. But yeah, that's... I wish we could go through this other section up here. I don't have a way to... Actually, I think I can. Let me go on up here. Alright, we're going to just walk through items. So, notice that's just behind some door. you have a Dwemer diagram, and because of the book I picked up earlier, we can actually read those items. That'll be very useful. You have some other items in here. Here's probably one of the cool items that we'll be seeing. So you have an elevator that can go up and down. That way you can get between the levels. And all of this, it's disabled right now. It will be around for you to... The generator. This is basically what powers all of the lights. There's a mechanic that's going to be involved in getting this reactivated. You're seeing it in its activated state. You're also seeing some enemies right here, right now, and that's again linked with the quest. You notice the Centurion portal here. You can make security at the various levels of the manor, and it goes through a quest so that you can do that. I haven't done final placements for that. Notice that there's some of these books that are in Dwemer. I'm going to leave these books in the final release. My original goal was to have a translation mechanic where you could do any of the books to and from Dwemer. I thought that would be neat. Unfortunately, due to the time that would be required to script every single book and the time to copy everything correctly, I'm not going to expand too much on that aside from the quest items and the ones I've already done. So what's left that I need to do on this mod? Touch up on some of the lighting that you might have seen. Finish the quests. Decide on the look for Vigilant, because right now I only have the shade form, which just appears as ethereal wisps in places. There's a companion I'm adding. You might have seen the Centurion sphere that was upstairs. That will be a voice companion. I'm doing the robot voice for it. And it's mainly touch-up work because I have most of the actual groundwork in place. I just lack finishing. So yeah, that's where I'm at with Pneuma Manor, and it's my goal to have it out this year in some shape or form. Circumstances permitting, of course. And that's it for this video. I hope that helped inform you on where I'm at. I will try to get to any of your questions as you ask them. I'm busy though, so it might be some time in between. If you need somebody to answer more quickly, I suggest you go seek them out. But I will eventually get to your questions. Alright, thanks everybody.